Full time at the Lincoln Financial Field. Chelsea 1, Flamengo 3. Chelsea lost the game in a space of 7 minutes. 62nd minute, equalizer. 3 minutes later, we go behind. Two set piece goals by Flamengo. And before I even share my frustration, congratulations to Felipe Luis and his Flamengo side for showing up in the second half. We were late to come out in the second half. Maresca had to ensure his tactics come across. Flamengo were ready to go in the second half. The goal we scored, Pedro Neto pouncing, pressing high. Flamengo make a slight mistake. Pedro Neto's through on goal. From there, did we really create an open chance? There was that one moment where Flamengo might have scored an own goal through Leo Pereira. Outside of that, I don't think Chelsea did anything in this game. So here we are as Chelsea fans to analyze a game that to some extent we were in control of until our manager started making substitutions. If we're being honest, fair enough, they'll go for 1-1. Flamengo deserved it. From that moment, it's game on. 1-1. You know? Bring on Nicholas Jackson. Is he going to help us? Perhaps. Let's hope so. Red card to Jackson. So, is that Maresca's fault? Not entirely. Fair enough, right? But the discipline of Nicholas Jackson worsens. He still has a suspension in the Premier League, and now he'll be suspended. I don't know how it works in this tournament, but I don't think he can play the next game. That's how it works, right? So, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Liam Delap, 90 minutes. Let's go. But yeah, guys, very hard to understand why Maresca didn't just give Reece James 90 minutes. Just let Reece play the game. I understand Malo Gusto should play. Gusto's not even overlapping. You know, he's getting a bit higher than other games, but he's not overlapping. So he's not using up too much energy. Why not become a bit more defensively solid by placing Reece James in the back line, bringing Romeo Lavia into the midfield? That's a more sensible substitution, in my opinion, to a certain extent. Maresca did okay in the first half. You saw a change of shape in the second half. Almost Pedro Neto and Delap playing as two number 9s, Cole Palmer as the number 10 behind them, but Palmer couldn't effect the game regardless, whether at right wing or in the cam role, and it took Maresca forever to take Palmer off, and the players that came on just came on to watch us concede the third goal. That's what Mark Gill and Noni Madueke contributed. Viewership. Yeah, I felt we could go undefeated in the group, but I think we deserve this defeat.
He's not make sure.
Earlier in the game, if I'm being honest, I was praising Enzo Maresca to say having Reece James in the midfield for defensive solidity to join in the back line is a good shout by Maresca. Did Reece James need to come off to preserve him? As Maresca will say, we have to watch Reece's minutes. Yeah, watch his minutes. As we concede, Romeo Lavia, you make him look bad, Maresca. You made the boy look bad. I first boxed Pedro Neto for scoring in back-to-back games, a positive at least. Second box, I've been reluctant to jump into this. Nicholas Jackson red card. Professional football at this level, your discipline needs to be on fleek. You need to be top tier in terms of discipline. You're the number 9 of the team. The discipline starts with you, of sorts, in the front line. As we press high, you can't grow impatient and place your foot almost looking deliberately the same way it looked deliberate when he fouled, was it Botman, Sven Botman against Newcastle? And then put us at a disadvantage. He's done it again. I can't wait to see the repercussions of Jackson's behavior today. And not much I want to say about Jackson, guys. I think we've understood as Chelsea fans, if you're a Chelsea fan and you're still patient with Nicholas Jackson, you need to borrow us some patience. Because I don't get it. I don't know why we're not having him linked to other clubs. His agent better be clocking him. We move, guys. We move. Third box, Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca for the substitutions, as well as the lack of tactical prowess, especially in the second half. We spoke about this in the previous post match review, guys. We have a manager that studies in the first half. We scored in the first half, as Pedro Neto did in the first game. Pedro Neto's on form, you could say. But Maresca's out here studying. Can Maresca just look at football as 90 minutes, not 45? That's how he looks at football. It's 45, how do we do? Then 45, how do we do again? How do we change things? No. If the manager on the opposite end of the dugout comes with a superior plan, if they noticed the few things they couldn't do in the first half, but they can do them in the second half, you might be finished. You might just be done for. Even if we didn't get the red card, as Chelsea fans, do we see us winning this game? What chances were we really creating? Really creating. The aggressive nature of Flamengo's play today had us at a disadvantage. The passes they executed in the first half were telling, if I'm being honest. But I'd like to end the boxes on a positive. Have I even slandered Maresca accordingly to you guys? I could go on, right? Just a bit more. Just a few more things. Maresca thinks he knows tactics. He does in moments, right? But he shouldn't believe that the manager on the other end can't sort of counter those tactics. You know, don't change too many things when something's making sense. In the first half, we were conservative. Let's not have too much possession, and we'll try to pounce. We'll have rapid tempo play, and then we try to get into their box. That was working. Second half, you start, and somehow you feel, oh, now it's time to control the game now. We should own possession. Why? 90 minutes, Maresca, not 45, bro. We move, guys. Also, I respect Felipe Luis's lineup. I think a good number of players play more than one position under Felipe Luis from what I saw. There's versatility in that team, which makes you so unpredictable as a manager. He's on his way. I'm happy for him as a manager. He's really on his way to being an elite manager in world football. Can't wait to see him in Europe because I think he's coming soon. You get me? Final box, Moise Caicedo for being himself, for always making us look better than we actually are. You know, it could have been 10 times worse without Caicedo just being, a solid block of sorts, bringing some form of order. Many a times you could see Caicedo dropping into the back four. If is Cowell out of position, is Chalobah out of position, I will makeshift the position. I will control things until they return. As soon as they return, he drifts forward into the midfield. Probably understanding how South Americans operate with his experience from playing there. He's played against Flamengo in the past. Doesn't really mean much on the day. I feel for players like Caicedo who fight and then watch men in the front line not create and see us lose in the end. Robert Sanchez could have done a bit better. I think all the goals he was sort of stranded. I think it was really just Flamengo's day. That third goal, someone shoots, it hits my foot, but it ends up being placed in my path. Vibes like that, the flick on, Danilo's just there to pounce. Good football, good set piece play. It was just their day, if anything. And it was not Chelsea's day because Chelsea couldn't show up. Yeah, guys, we lose in Group D. Flamengo go top of the group, 6 points. We have 3 points. And our final game is against Esperance de Tunis. In the same stadium in Philadelphia, we'll need a win. We just need to win. If anything, might be a slight blessing in disguise if we finish second in the group. Might be able to avoid PSG. Maybe that's the only positive we should take out of this game, guys. Shout out for tuning in, yeah? Your boy will be back. And Enzo Maresca, criticism point number 1, validated. You get me? Blessings, my people.